Welcome to the Cvma 49-1 podcast right here in Utah. ACO K-Bar, we ready to roll?
Yeah, I think so. Let's kick this thing off. Let's see who all we have here tonight. Well, Gash, again, thank you for putting this on for the chapter, loaning us your gear and the hospitality here in the studio. We got the new studio set up. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, my wife, she allowed me to take over the downstairs because to do this in my studio would be tough.
What did it cost you? That's the question.
It didn't cost me nothing.
Oh, come on, Nate.
It cost you something.
I'm serious, man. It didn't cost me nothing. I actually had it set up Sunday. And she's like, what? No, it was Monday. She said, why don't you just leave it set up all week? I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, it made for good practice.
Oh, yeah. So
let's see. Let's do roll call real quick.
It's been set up since about 11.
We got Sergeant at Arms over here lounging on the in the green room. We'll call that where he's at. That's the green room area.
The champagne room.
He's there with the fluffers.
We got Music Man, soon to be probably more than likely, if nobody challenges, throws their name in the hat. He's going to be the new chapter secretary.
Maybe.
Heck yeah.
Maybe.
So we'll see how that goes come the into this glorious April month. And outside of that, you got yourself Gash there, buddy. Kick it off, man. Let's go.
Yeah, so Music Man, why don't you start us off here and tell us a little bit about yourself, why you joined the Army, and more importantly, why you joined the CVMA.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm from Arizona, and I grew up definitely with a pro-military perspective and a family, and I had thought when I was graduating high school that I was going to join, and it didn't happen. And I got lost. I went to college, and I got lost in the middle of college, and I ended up working for a sheriff's office in Yavapai County.
They let scouts? They let Army scouts go to college?
Yeah, we'll get to that part.
We invented college.
I'm one of the more educated scouts.
Yeah.
So I didn't finish college as a young guy, but I went to work in law enforcement in a sheriff's office, and I did that for 3 years, and 9/11 happened.
Don't let him
so it definitely hit me pretty hard. I knew I had to be involved, and I wasn't able to leave. It's a little bit of a sob story. My mother, single parent home, growing up with my mom, and I was the oldest, and my mom passed away from cancer, and I was raising my 10 years younger sister. Wow. And so from the time I was about 21, I was raising my sister full-time. I'd always been her dad, but I was raising her full-time.
Good job.
And so I couldn't do anything until I got her out of the house, and it worked out that she wanted to graduate and marry her high school sweetheart and move away, who ironically was joining the Army. And so she graduated in 2004, so I had to wait. After 9/11, I had to wait and watch. But as soon as she was out of the house, I hit scout school, and so I enlisted, delayed entry in the winter of '94, of like January of 2004, and I started scout school June of 2004, and was there, and then went to Fort Carson, and I was assigned to 4th ID, and was with Fort Carson the whole time until I got out.
What unit in Colorado were you in? I was there at Carson for a little while.
Oh, well.
But I got out of the Army in 93, so and they went back in.
We were 2-9 Cav, and then we reflagged about halfway through my enlistment. After about 3 years, we reflagged to 410.
Oh, wow. I was in 110.
Yeah, Buffaloes.
Yeah, Buffaloes. It was 2-7, then 110, then it went to 2-9, and then it went to 410 or something like that. Yeah. I remember all that.
So the scout school, what is that equivalent to Marine Corps side?
It's go ahead. You've been there.
What, Cavalry Scout, like our job? What is it equivalent to in the Marines?
Or Scouts, or the school?
It's a combination of infantry and force recon.
Yeah, it's definitely infantry. The point is infantry in a conventional, force on force environment. A scout is not going to be doing an infantryman's job. A scout's going to be up in the mountains, and on one side is the Russian force preparing for the assault, and on the other side is the U.S. force, and the scout's going to be calling in positions and numbers and recon, and then calling for fire, and then skirmishes sent down to do.
You guys deploy out of any kind of vehicle? Because I know on the
Well,
Marine Corps side, our scout units deploy out of our LAVs. They're
LAV,
usually
yeah,
LAVs.
yeah, Humvees,
LAVs. Whatever.
yeah,
Humvees, Bradleys,
Bradleys.
Strikers.
MRAPs.
Striker's probably the closest thing to your LAV.
Yeah.
Still own that thing.
Yeah,
The Striker?
No, the Bradley.
I know. That thing's junk.
yeah. But I've seen them do some work though. I've seen Bradleys can lay down fire when they want. So yeah, in a modern war in Iraq and Afghanistan, it's all Humvee based. Oh, we having technical difficulties?
No, we're good.
So yeah, Scout School itself is about 6 months, and the best thing about Scout School is that there's no well, now it's different. There's no females and there's no other MOS. It's all scouts all the time, and it's 6 months of just getting your ass kicked, and then obviously the training, and so long range marksmanship. Much more than I had a Marine Pogue when I worked for Homeland Security. She was, I can't remember what she was, some kind of desk clerk or something, and she was telling me one day that how high speed her unit was in the Marine Corps because they could shoot a 5.56 rifle out to 300 meters, and I was just dying, whatever, lady.
Unfortunately, I know it's not an unfortunate thing, but the one thing right after boot, all Marines. That's obviously our kind of one of our credo there that we're all riflemen, and so they send everybody through MCT. I don't know what they call it now, but from MCT, the Pogues branch off and go learn how to use a typewriter, and if they still make typewriters,
they learn how to bend paper clips really good.
In the Marine Corps, they make typewriters.
Paper clips,
yeah, right.
But all your 03s in the 03 from 0311 up to 52s and stuff like that, 41s, heavy weapons. We break off and go through School of Infantry, and that's, our School of Infantry. That's where all your 03s, either you're not, your designation between scout or not. It's your if you're an 0311 and on a particular deployment, they're going to use you as a scout element, deploying out of the back of a LAV or something like that. It's just command and control between what the company or battalion decides who's going to do what particular job, and if there's additional, yet that has to happen out at like long range, heavy weapons, that kind of stuff. So for the most part, the only way that we step up on the infantry side is just kind of going MARSOC. So Fleet Marine Force, regular 03,
right?
Embrace the suck. That's what every 03 goes to. It's when they go to the fleet.
That's like the combat person. It's their motto. Embrace the suck. Suck it up.
We don't. The tests that they've done. When you talk about the chicks that are that go through MCT versus SOI, they've put women through SOI. None of them have graduated. They don't make it. And there are men that don't make it. Yeah. And when they don't, they go drive a truck.
Exactly. Or they fuel them up.
Yeah, a little bit of ammo has got to go a long way, and that kind of stuff.
For us,
Fluffers, is that what we're gonna call them?
Yeah, right.
Fluffers. We were light cav, so I was in a Humvee or dismounted the whole time, and so we did a lot of Black Hawk insertion. My first deployment was a lot of that, a lot of jumping out of birds. We were in Operation Swarmer. I was in a Chinook crash that went down, and so we had good times there. We did a lot, and we had small kill teams were a big part of my first deployment. We were in Adwar, Saddam's hometown, southeast of Tikrit, and so we'd go out and just set up Overwatch on different sections of the road that were popular for the bomb diggers and the bomb planners, and depending on command, you either eliminate the digger, but the best was shooting the bomb dropper. Because you'd shoot his 155 stack, and so he has no idea what's about to happen, and you just shoot that 155 stack, and
those are fun.
So
we pink mist.
More like a nothingness.
Yeah, it's just
it's a fireball.
Absence of flesh.
Absence of thing. All the oxygen goes away. No more worthless oxygen thief trying to blow us up.
Scout. So what made you join Cvma?
So been on a motorcycle. Well, I've been on like dirt bikes, four wheelers all of my life. Been on a motorcycle in Arizona. You can get your motorcycle license before a driver's license, and so I've been on a motorcycle since I was 15, and it's part of my life, definitely who I am. And when I was in Arizona, I actually I was a member of an MC, and I rode with them, and that took my love of motorcycles to a different level. It took my appreciation for that for what so many people in the world just see as a recreation or a pastime. It really changed it. It's something just in the blood. You guys know it's just in the blood. And
So CVMA.
so CVMA
lets you live the lifestyle you want. I mean,
it does. Yeah, it does. I think it. Well, at least it does in this chapter. I think so. And I came to Utah, and it was time to change. The MC that I was in when we moved up here was not represented in Utah, and so it was time to change and time to mellow out a little bit and be a family man. And so I found CVMA, and I joined up in 17, and I met you, and I didn't meet Dutch or Gash until later. But
you know what's funny? What color was your original bike when we met?
It was orange.
And I swear, dude, I still to this day, I was probably going somewhere on I-15, but your color bike, I know we passed each other on the freeway,
Nice.
and you probably saw the patch and was like, "What's that cat?
Yeah.
You know, check that out." You know, and then because the first time I saw your bike, I was like, right when I saw you, I was like, "Man, I know this cat."
Yeah, you've seen me.
I'd seen him in the AO, and I was like, so it was good to have you come on board.
CVMA is awesome, and part of it is the mission to help vets. I mean, that's a big deal.
Exactly.
Just some of the things that we did this last year, really set a tone for me. Like driving down and taking the laptops and the school supplies, something like that was a really that's a big deal. I like to think of myself as a pretty hard guy, but I have some soft parts of my personality, and one of them is
some mushy areas.
Is our kids. I am weak when it comes to kids, man, and I think of kids that don't have what they need, and we were trying to help, and it's a little thing, but it was a big deal for me. It really sent a message to me. So serving vets is a big deal. The mission is awesome. The bragging rights is awesome. There's a lot of other groups that ride for a lot of reasons and for a lot of good causes, and there's some MCs. But I really feel that our mission steps up. I really feel that nationwide, combat veterans really steps up.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. I started out in Kansas, in Fort Riley area, and that was my first chapter. I've been in 3. Kansas, I've been in an Illinois chapter, and I've been in this chapter since it started. And the Kansas one and this one, by far, are the 2 best ones I've ever been into, mainly because the members actually talk to each other and look out for each other and do things together. And like we're doing this September, we're doing IMBK, brother to brother stuff we do in our chapter. And that's just going to explode every year. It's going to get bigger. I can't wait to see how big it is in like 2 or 3 more years.
Well, the next standing question is, how'd you get your road name?
So
yeah, but
I got my road name. I didn't get it from CVMA, and so far they've been kind enough to let me keep it. But I got it from the military. I got it from Sergeant First Class. We were on a small kill team together, and I was his gunner when we were in the Humvee, and we were out overwatching a stretch of road, and it was my turn on the gun, and so I'm laying down in front of the gun, and it's a little quiet, and he's kind of dozing off, and he's like, "Do something to keep me awake, man. Help me out." "All right, I'll sing you something." "What?" "Yeah, you know I can sing." And the unit had found out that I could sing the national anthem, and I started getting pimped out across the squadron to sing at change of command ceremonies. And on YouTube, on my channel, but you can just Google my name, there's a video of me singing it in Baghdad right next to a mosque. It's freaking awesome.
Small plug
and
right there. Small plug.
Yeah, that's a small plug.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, so I said, "I'll sing for you." And so I'm laying down on the gun, and I started singing some songs for him, and that he was, my platoon leader or platoon sergeant, and that really stuck with him, and he started calling me Music Man, and cool. So that's where it came from.
Yeah, so we got Topless in the chat right now, and a couple other people. I'll look over there when Music Man. He's going to do some music tonight shortly, but we're going to continue to talk about CVMA and just all kind of mayhem. So go ahead.
How many deployments were you on?
Well, the way the Army classifies them too, it was 2.5 years in Iraq.
What about yourself, Gash?
I was in Iraq 3 times. I was in Desert Storm. I was in OAF 2003.
God, I thought I was. Yeah, I know. I thought I was old, man.
Hey. Anyway, I was in Iraq 2003, 2004, and then Iraq 2009, 2010. So Did I've been a scout the whole time.
Whoa.
I was a drill sergeant for 3 years.
Fuck you. Get out of this place.
Don't make me get my hat out, son.
Just don't give me the knife hand. Please, don't give me the knife hand.
So, yeah, a friend of mine that I was in Fort Riley with, he got out as an officer. He was an engineer. He went from scouts to engineer. Anyway, he listens to my radio show. Small plug. he was listening to my radio show, and he goes, dude, I want you to post a picture on Facebook with your campaign hat, knife hand and some ribs on your smoker.
Nice.
I'm like, at first, I mean, I was so into my show, I wasn't even thinking about what he was trying to get at. But obviously, I'm smoking ribs. But anyway,
I almost stayed. I wanted to actually go career, and they wouldn't give me what I wanted. And I tried 2 different pathways because I wouldn't just re-enlist. That wasn't going to happen. But I first took the flight test, and I passed it. And I went to the 2nd tier, and it's a hard test. And I failed. They failed my eyes, and my vision was too bad. And even with LASIK, their restrictions, they were like, no, you can't do it. And a buddy of mine, we took it at the same time. He's still a warrant officer. He's still flying. He's living the dream. And so then I tried one other thing, and I took the D-Lab. And because I had taken an Arabic immersion course right before my first deployment, and I picked it up pretty well, and did some mild level interpreting during deployments. And so I took the D-Lab, and I passed it. And they were going to send me to the Marina Del Rey, somewhere out there in California, to the language school.
Yeah, the big language school out there.
But they wouldn't give me a station of choice. And I said, all right. Well,
after the school they wouldn't give you?
No, they wouldn't. And so I said, well, then I'm not doing it. I'm getting out. So they almost got me for a career. Luckily, I dodged that.
Nothing wrong with doing a career. I did it.
So let's make him prove his road name.
Oh, you want him to do some music?
Yeah, let's throw it up there.
We'll do a song right now, and we're gonna turn your mic around for him. We're gonna mute the podcast for about 2 minutes.
Sure to control my mic level, because once I get going, I might be too loud.
That's all right. I got you.
So many of you might know Bob Seger does this song "Turn the Page," but Metallica covered it in '98 on a covers album called Garage Inc. And their version really influenced me much more than Bob Seger's version. So it's kind of a mix between both of them. But hope you enjoy it. On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, I can listen to the engines moaning out as one long song. I could think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. And your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do when you're riding 16 hours. There's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You wish the trip was through. And here I am, I'm on the road again. Here I am upon the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. And there I go, turn the page. So you walk into this restaurant, all strung out from the road. You can feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explore. Yeah, most times you can't hear them talk. Other times you can't. Oh, the same old cliches. Is it a woman or a man? And you always seem outnumbered. You don't dare make a stand. Make your stand. And here I am on the road again. Here I am upon the stage, and there I go, playing the star again, and there I go, turn the page. Oh, out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you try and give away as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. And later in the evening, as you lie awake in bed, with the echoes of the amplifiers ringing in your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said. And here I am, I'm on the road again. Here I am upon the stage. There I go, playing the star again. And there I go, turn the page. And here I am, I'm on the road again. And here I am, I'm up on that stage. There I go, playing the star again. And there I go, turn the page. And there I go, yeah, yeah. There I go.
All right, man, that's good. You got another one you want to do, or you want to wait a few minutes?
Whatever you guys want.
I think we should do another one right off the bat, man. What do you think? Yeah, let's go. Let's hit another one there, music man.
All right. Make sure I'm.
I got your
Right key.
volumes.
Make sure I'm in the right key here. Give me a second. I was. Sorry, I'm trying to hear it in my head, and for some reason I need an ear. That's what it is. All right, we're gonna go to something else till I can remember it. All right, we're gonna play a love song. It's a sad song. Well, I can't hide the way I feel about you anymore. And I can't hold the hurt inside, keep the pain out of my eyes anymore. And my tears no longer waiting. My resistance ain't that strong. And my mind keeps recreating a life with you alone. And I'm tired of pretending that I don't love you anymore. Now let me make one last appeal to show you how I feel about you. Cause there's no one else, I swear, holds a candle anywhere next to you. No, no. My heart can't take the beating, not having you to hold. A small voice keeps repeating deep inside my soul. It says I can't keep pretending that I don't love you anymore. Well, I've got to take the chance or let it pass by. If I expect to get on with my life, with my life. My tears no longer waiting. No, my resistance ain't that strong. But my mind keeps recreating a life with you alone. And I'm tired of pretending that I don't love you anymore.
So I got a question, man. What really, what got you into music, man? What was what would you say, like, the number one thing that got you into music?
I was born into it. Yeah, my mother was an incredible pianist and singer, and I grew up on Elvis, country music, old country music, and musical theater, actually, like Phantom of the Opera, stuff like that when I was younger.
Right.
And so that's all that it was, just born into it.
Yeah, so you would never think that your big burly biker would be singing like songs like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute, I'll get it.
A little plug. You go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all sorts of stuff that's even softer than that. It's soft music. You wouldn't expect me to sing.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, someone that could sing it all. I don't expect you to get on here and start rapping like, you know,
busting a beat.
Yeah. But I just think if you could sing the slow ones, the love songs, the sad songs, the fast ones, the honky tonk, all that stuff in the country realm, I think you're a well-rounded artist at that point.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you want to just bring your mic up a little bit, Howard. All right, cool. So how long have you been playing?
I taught myself to play guitar in 2001, and I was at a Sammy Hagar concert, and he came out on stage drunk as a skunk. And if you've never seen Sammy, one of the things he was famous for is he made margaritas that he called wabaritas, and he would make them on stage. Yep. And he would bring audience members who won the lucky raffle up on stage, and he'd give them margaritas and let them sit up on the stands during the concert. So he gets, most rock stars get drunk, but he gets really drunk by the end of his show.
Sammy does?
And he came out, and I'd seen him many times by himself and with Van Halen, but he came out, and something about, he had chosen to play Give to Live. And it's an acoustic kind of it's not a love song, but it's a slower song. And he comes out by himself with his guitar, drunk off his ass, and plays Give to Live and just nails it. And I'm just sitting there saying, man, I've been singing all my life, and here's this drunk old man nailing it. Why
Just knocking it out of the
why
park.
don't I play guitar? There's just no excuse. And I went home, and that's it. I'm gonna learn.
So do you take your guitar with you on any of the deployments, or what did you do?
I didn't take them with me. They're too valuable. My guitars are all sentimental. But what I would do is I would buy them online from a place called Musician's Friend, and they would ship it out to Iraq for free for soldiers.
Oh, nice, really
And
nice.
so I would just have a cheapie sent out.
Yeah.
And that's a good point of conversation real quick. One of the most satisfying elements of my service is having Joes and officers reach out to me years and now decades later and say, you playing music that one time when we were stuck here and doing nothing and miserable, and it helped me, or it helped me get through something, or it saved me. I've had soldiers tell me that, man, you kept me from losing it just because you were playing and singing back there. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's always good to have someone deployed with you that's got a guitar or any other kind of instrument that's playing something. If you're a music kind of person, it just kind of, it almost calms you down a little bit. Takes your mind off of the badness for about 5-10 minutes or so. So yeah, we always used to have a burn barrel or something, be sitting around drinking that fake beer, that awesome fake beer that they had over there.
You guys didn't make your own Pernod?
Some people made their own moonshine. You know, they'd be going and getting them potatoes over there from the chow hall and
Making
stuff.
your own moonshine was pretty easy.
Yeah. And we didn't make it out of hand sanitizer like they do in basic training.
Yeah, no.
These guys didn't do
in basic, it was what was it, Cobra? The mouthwash or the cologne or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't they have that?
Now,
they don't have that.
Did they take it like any kind of like anything that was flammable or whatever? They took all that stuff away from you immediately, put it in the whiskey locker, and you had to wait your turn to get the. I mean, I don't. Even my son, you know, when he went through boot, he just couldn't believe just, you know, how regimented life was in boot camp. He really couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, it definitely is, and it's like you're basically in lockstep for the whole time you're there. It's like wake up, do this, do that, go to get dressed, go do this, we're going to chow. It's from 5 to 10 p.m. Boom.
I mean,
you're
it is
lockstepped
all day long.
Yeah, and people don't really realize, even if you weren't like doing PT or like vigorous training, just that pace every day is just strenuous.
Real hard.
Really strenuous. So, and I think the Marines did something good when they start you. Do they still start people out in their tennis shoes?
Oh yeah.
I think that's one of the smartest things is that the Marines have ever done.
So the nice thing with that one is, you know, you get on the gold footprints, and you realize that you're in a completely different environment. You're in a different world, and shortly thereafter, if you weren't smart enough to shave your head before you went, your head got shaved, and then you're standing in an auditorium or in a big gymnasium with a cardboard box. They strip you down butt naked with the cardboard box till you put out all your civilian crap in it. And all they do is they give you a gray sweatshirt, a pair of bottoms, and some tennis shoes. You got about 3 seconds to get dressed and
move out.
and move out. And then it's like, you know, everything past that is nothing but an assembly line.
Yeah.
And you watch the guys that they've got hair, you know, shavings still down their back or their neck, and they're trying to reach up there and do the old secret scratch, and they get caught, and they just
Why are you moving, son?
They get annihilated. And
that's an amazing point, because we're not an MC. We can't prospect. You know what? But we paid a dues to be in this organization. And every one of us that's in it paid that dues. Veterans have paid that dues going through those types of moments. That's part of that dues.
We actually had that discussion today that came up, and we don't prospect. You know, and I know on the last show there was kind of a little bit of conversation about how someone becomes a member of Cvma, and no, you know, we don't go out of our way to, you know, disenfranchise or anything like that. But you have to make sure that this organization is right for you. And at the same time, you know, the chapter that you're coming to, there is an ebb and flow, and there is an environment to it. And, you know, as the CO, everybody, after they've gone through the process, when they, you know, whether at whatever point they've ended up talking to me, By the time we end up pushing their paper, up to our national board and getting everything vetted, and that's probably the best way to say it. Everybody that approaches CVMA, regardless of chapter, at least as far as 491 goes, there is a little bit of vetting process. One, I need to make sure you're a safe writer. You're not a safety risk to the chapter, and
mainly because we need to know where to put them in the line.
Yeah,
you don't want that person in the front because we'll go on 30 miles an hour the whole time.
Outside, if they can't reach the ground on their bike, they're tippy toeing.
I have no idea who you're talking about there.
Who are you talking about?
There's a couple of them that need some booster seats, but it's okay. But again, we gotta vet them for a little bit to.
Right,
it's
for them to fit in and bring them into the family, right?
Everything, at the end of the day, regardless of what it is, when I'm doing everything that I should be doing, it's okay. And that's all it's okay. But the second that I don't do something that I should be doing, or I'm not doing it as efficient or to a perspective of somebody else, as the CO, you get judged. You get judged instantly.
Yeah, and that's part of leadership, though, too.
Yeah, it's
and that's the responsibility you took on when you became it.
Yeah.
And ever since you've taken it, I've never, ever heard anything bad about you yet.
It's also a responsibility.
I know flat out I can be an asshole.
Well, we all can, and it's expected.
The fact that when you're riding front left and you look back and you got 20 bikes, 30 bikes back there, and you're trying to make that judgment call as to keep everybody safe. And even when you're not on the bikes and you're just watching people's interactions, and I will say this, and for anybody listening, CVMA, we're all adults. We've all been downrange.
Whoa.
And this isn't an organization where none of us here are here to babysit anybody. You're an adult, you're a grown man, woman. I'm not going to babysit you. So if you become an issue to the chapter, I'm going to weigh what I need to accordingly.
Exactly. Yep.
And so, bring it back around to riding. What are you riding there, Music Man?
I'm on a 08 Vespa.
Huffy.
Oh, come on.
They
that
didn't
hurts,
make.
man. Come on. He's out of all the Road King guys we got in the chapter. You going to call him a Vespa?
Oh, that's
He's on a Huffy with one training wheel.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the training wheels off. No, it's a soft it's a soft tail deluxe. Yeah, it's a good bike.
I got a soft tail.
How long you had this one?
It's been just a year. Yeah.
It's a pretty bike. I do know that.
Thanks. It's good. It's no street glide. I know I have a lot of catching up to do with you street glide riders.
And then I know at least you get. And I know there's probably somebody out there that's going. They're thinking, they're in their garage and they're just like, road glide all the way. Yeah, no, it's all street glide, baby. It's all street glide.
Or Indian.
Me personally, I don't care what someone's riding. I really don't. I ride.
Do you have an Indian that was made in Japan?
I don't even have an Indian. I got like a Honda. I got a Fat Boy Low, but I really, to me, I don't care what they're riding. The thing is that they're riding and they're riding with us. I joined this group to be around a bunch of combat veterans so that they understood where I'm coming from. If I want to talk about something, I know I can call anybody up like, hey, I need to talk. I need to get this off my chest. Yeah. And I know that person, either if he has time, if they want to listen, I know they're going to totally be there and understand what I'm talking about. So that's the brotherhood I like about this group. So
let's talk about the ride season real quick. Let's kind of do a recap. As the up and coming chapter secretary, the CO needs a sit rep on the ride season. We're giving him a little test right here live right now. Let's see what he can do.
That's right. Let's go.
So the most important ride is the next ride. And the next ride is unless something changes, the next chapter ride is our monthly meeting and ride, and we're going to be out in Tooele. We're going to be supporting Bikers Against Child Abuse. There's a couple of us that have either acquaintances or friends at work, that type of thing, that ride with that organization, and they're doing an annual fundraiser, a chili cook-off. So we're going to attend that. We're going to have a meeting off-site. We wouldn't do that. We won't have a meeting at their event, but we'll have it in the vicinity, and we'll attend them, and then we'll do some riding out there. I'm assuming somewhere out in the Tooele Valley. There's a lot of beautiful rides out there. So that's our next ride. After that, we got Cedar City is the next official ride. We'll have a monthly meeting in May. We have Cedar City first weekend in May, and we have Nationals coming up last weekend in May. That's part of it.
Is Nationals into May or into June?
Or June, I mean June.
Yeah,
Jeez,
no,
I meant June. Last weekend in June.
I wish I would have had my dang iPad hooked up while I'd hit your buzzer. You got one wrong.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Strike one.
And
Strike one.
No whammies, no whammies.
And then the most important, joking, the most important is not the next ride. The most important is we have a responsibility and a burden this year to host state. And our chapter is going to nail state with the planning and work that's gone in. And then we have our chapter specific event that will work, coincide with state, and that is IMBK.
Yeah, I was going to try and have a sample, the guy that we're dealing with on the hoodies this year. I was going to try and have a sample for the show this week, but when we kind of saw the layout and, we are a small 501c 19, and with that, we've got some restrictions. And unfortunately, when I say restrictions, it comes down to funding cost, and the printing kind of hit us a little hard. So we had to adjust fire, and but I think the newer layout, is going to look pretty good. Got some feedback from the rest of the chapter officers and everything. So, I mean, what we're really looking at is it's gonna look cool. It really is.
Nice.
So
What? You want a song?
Yeah.
What?
We can talk
I was
about it.
literally just going to say that.
Yeah.
I want to hear another song. We're gonna swing that mic around for the
Yeah.
guitar real quick, and then we'll set you up real quick.
Fluffer. So one of the things I like to do is I'll take songs from different genres. Most of the time like a pop song, but sometimes other rock songs, and I'll kind of give them my own little personal style. Sometimes I'll hear a professional artist do a similar thing, some type of cover, and I hear it and I want to do my own little version. And so this is a version of the song Rebel Yell from Billy Idol that I'm going to do.
Hey,
And,
music man.
Yeah.
Give me one more strum. All right, I got your guitar on there.
Gotcha. So the problem is that I know I'm going to forget the end of the song, the words at a point. So I'm going to have to look at my phone for a second just to remind me. So bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this one, but it's cool. All right. Last night a little dancer came dancing on my floor. Last night a little angel came pumping on the floor. Give me more feedback. She said, come on, baby, I've got a license for love. And if it expires, pray help from above. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. In the midnight hour, babe, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, 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 more. Now she don't like slavery, she won't sit and beg. But when I'm tired and lonely, she sees me to bed. What set you free and brought you to me, baby? What set you free? I need you here by me, because in the midnight hour she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell,
She cried more, more, more. In the midnight hour, babe, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. More, more, more. This is the part I'm gonna forget. I walk the world with you, babe, for money to burn for you, and I'd give it all and have none, baby, just to have you here by me, because in the midnight hour she cried more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. In the midnight hour, babe, more, more, more. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. More, more, more.
Heck yeah, man. That was a cool version. I really like that.
Thank you.
That's like the first time I've ever heard a version like that for that song. So hopefully YouTube don't kick us out of there. But I think that because it's so different, it's not original. So we'll see. Cross your fingers, because I don't want to get rid of this episode. This is a good one. I like the music. He's definitely earning his Music Man road name, don't you think, Howard?
Absolutely, man.
Definitely.
Cool.
So is there anything else that you want to, like, where can people find you and your music and stuff online?
So I do have my little amateur YouTube channel. Just put Nathan Metcalf in there and you'll find it. I don't have, YouTube requires you to have a certain amount of subscribers before you can personalize the name of your channel. And I think it's 100 still, and I have, I think, 75 subscribers. So anybody in the chapter who feels like they want to earn their singing tonight, go to YouTube, find my name, you'll find my face all over the videos, and subscribe to my channel.
Can we put that on the chat there?
Yeah, we can. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell, as they say on YouTube.
Right?
I always said I'd never do that kind of crap, but here I am.
I want all that, but honestly, I just want people to subscribe, because once I can name my own channel, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to market. Yeah, because you have a personalized name for it.
Hey, Howard, I'm going to interrupt you, but when I update and do the video and stuff on, and the podcast is on the actual channel, I'll put all that information in the stuff. Yeah,
in the comments below. Check out the comments below. Is that what they say?
Not necessarily the comments, but the information about the video.
There we go.
So I'll get with him and we'll get all that information in there.
Well, I mean, we got about 10 minutes left. We're going to keep tonight. We want to keep these podcasts coming frequent, often, quick to the, we want to get the members on here. So kind of give us a layout of the schedule as the producer over there. What are we thinking? Every other Wednesday or Thursday night after tonight?
My availability right now, before I start work, even after I start work, because I'll only work till 1, I'm available at least once a week.
Yeah.
If you want to do it once a week, we can. We can do it here once a week anytime we want. But I think the next show is going to be at your house. If the time frame and everything works out, I'd like to do it at your house.
Cool. You know what? I tried to install one, but Becky's not having that. But no,
install what?
I do. I honestly, for the next show, just kind of a highlight for going into the next show. I want to get the rest of the officers on. Let the state, let everybody know who command is 4491. Definitely want to get the XO in here. Obviously, I can't be here all the time. Want to get Jay Bird in here. And then I think we're probably going to roll up from maybe kind of like the bottom up. Kind of pick out some new guys. Kind of get their perspective of why what attracted him to CVMA, what brought him in, what brought him to us.
You hear that, Greg Frotto? I know you're in the chat. Yeah. We're going to get your butt in here because you're one of the newer members. You haven't been in 6 months yet, has it?
I'm kind of saving Fratto for...
He's coming up on his year.
Oh, really?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm saving Fratto for little bit deeper, just right at the beginning of the ride season, because I want him to share his story of what happened last year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's a pretty intense story.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's gonna be a really good conversation, because that's got some depth to it, and it's near and dear to several of us.
Definitely.
As to what kind of transpired within the months around him becoming a member, and it affected a lot of us. So that's gonna be a good story.
Definitely. I look forward to that one. I used to work with him.
Yeah.
Outside of here.
So I think I'm gonna target Goliath. I'm gonna target Sam.
So let's call out, ladies and gentlemen.
Tinkerbell is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was double Dutch in the
Thing
background.
just doesn't work for me with Sam. I mean, it's like what was it in Heartbreak Ridge? Sweet. Yeah, where's Goliath at? And have Sam just come busting through the doors.
What a great movie.
Definitely.
So
let's call out the very next podcast. Who do we thinking? More leadership? The rest of the leadership?
It's obviously I got to get my XO in here. He's got to take. We got to take some shots at OJ Bird. The guy's just
he's a stud.
It's solid as rock, but he's quiet. And like I said in the last show, he's my temperament a lot of times.
Right.
He'll ping me on the side, and he'll be like, "Yo, boss,
take the blood pressure down 2 notches."
Yeah, sure you want to do that? And I'm like, point taken. So get Jaybird on here. Let it. You know what? And if we're doing it out in my garage next time, he can bust out one of his precious cigars.
Yeah.
Let him. You know what? I'll let him do a little.
That'll ease him up.
We'll just let him do a little update on what cigars he's got going on and stuff like that. That'll kind of ease him into the show, and then I think we're gonna probably have Sam on there as well. So
all right, cool. Yeah, I would like to do the next one at your house. I don't care if we do it here, but this is how the setup's gonna be from now on.
Nice. Yeah,
for my house.
Nice.
And, unless one person shows up, then we'll just do it in the studio.
Sure. No, I think what this will turn into is when we start doing our on-location stuff, my garage, obviously you guys know what most of the members know what my garage looks like. I kind of went overboard. It was a bit of a winter project that kind of went way overboard, and I put way too much nice stuff in there and did a lot of kind of cool stuff. But
the main question is do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, that's where you can find me.
That's all that matters.
Most of the time. I mean, if I'm not out there tinkering on something, I'm not happy. But I think we should close out the show with one more song.
Yeah, we could do one more song.
And then we'll kind of wrap it up.
And then we'll just say a few things at the end, and then we'll just close it out.
Cool.
Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, we will be putting Music Man's information in the video, not in the chat. It'll be attached to the video, to the podcast on YouTube. So go ahead and stay tuned. We're going to have him sing another song here. You got enough?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm just trying to be a father, raise a daughter and a son, be a lover to their mother, everything for everyone, up and down, bright and early. I'm all business in my suit. Hey, I'm dressed up for success, from my head down to my boots. I don't do it for the money. There's bills that I can't pay. I don't do it for the glory. I just do it anyway. Providing for our future is my responsibility. Hey, I'm real good under pressure, being all that I can be. I can't call in sick on Monday when the weekend's been too strong. I just work straight through the holidays, sometimes all night long. And you can bet that I stand ready when the wolf growls at your door. Hey, I'm solid. Hey, I'm steady. Hey, I'm true down to the core, and I will always do my duty, no matter what the price. And I've counted up the cost, I know the sacrifice,
Oh, and I don't want to die for you, but if dying's asked of me, then I will bear that cross with honor, 'cause freedom don't come free. I'm an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take that stand. When liberty's in jeopardy, I will always do what's right. Hey, I'm out here on the front lines, so sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, I'm an American. I'm an American soldier, an American. Beside my brothers and my sisters, I will proudly take that stand. When liberty's in jeopardy, I will always do what's right. Hey, I'm out here on the front lines, so sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, I'm an American. An American soldier.
All right, man. That was
Thanks, man.
awesome. Had to turn your reverb off. So, hey, that's pretty much going to be the end of our show here. Don't forget to go and look up Music Man on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. I don't know. Do what you got to do. We got to get you
Get out there. Let's help veterans in our here in Utah in our AO.
definitely.
Well, thanks
So-
for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Also, don't forget, I got my own podcast. We can get on that one too and talk about some other stuff that we're not going to talk about here. So I think our next show is, as it stands right now, we're going to be at K-Bar's house. So unless things
Yeah,
change
good.
dramatically, no big deal. But for now, I think that's it, man. Thanks for joining us tonight live, and we'll see you on the next one.